everyone, welcome to Oakkey's kitchen table. It's time to do my cash stuffing for the week. So there is $875, which I'll do a quick count. 1, 2, 1. It might be a slow count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 650. 20, 40, 60, 80, 750, 77, 90, 800, 10, 20, 30, 40, 845, 850, 855, 860, 865, 870, $875 or something. So getting started. I realised too I didn't really introduce myself for quite a while, so might tell you a few bits and pieces as we go. Now, there is $30 in here. That's just a little bit that I've pulled out of my stocks because I want to concentrate on getting my finances on track at the moment. So I'll probably pull a little bit out over the next few weeks just while I'm catching up with the car, which I'll explain as I go. So housing, $400. This is for my rent. I actually live in Sydney. I'm from Sydney. That's a Western Sydney rent for you. I am a mum of 3. I have one still at home. I'm an older mum, I guess you could call me. I have a Centrelink debt, or story of my life. Right, so 10 going in there. What else? I have done just about every job under the sun in my life. It's actually a running joke. But I'm a stay-at-home mum at the moment to my youngest, who is 2. My insurance, $5 going in. What else? I have just got myself hands on a little car, which is its name is Precious. The lady who sold it to me called it the Precious and Missile, one or the other, so that's its name. Groceries, 120. So my daughter was born overseas, as some of you have probably guessed, and when I decided it was time, for lots of reasons, we left with just suitcases and came back to, well, I was coming back to Australia, but she is new to Australia, just me and her. Transportation, $20 worth of petrol. So there is $80 in there now. Yeah, so I have a property overseas, which is in the process of sale, which is, it's been a bit of a legal complicated thing and it's taking forever. $10 towards my just things like air fresheners and stuff like that in the car. Bought a club lock this week. That'll make my auntie very happy to see that in the car. There we go. Yeah, so there's not a huge amount of that I'll actually get out of it once all the debts and bills are all paid from that home, but hoping it's enough to get us started somewhere. Not to buy, we won't have enough to buy, but we'll have enough to decide where we live and what we do. If, you know, a bit of security for the future. So waiting for that to happen and just doing a whole lot of this and wishing it to hurry up. So pretty much me in a nutshell. $5 towards my tolls. There's 5 already in there. Wow. And the reason I cash stuff is I've never had control of my finances in my life. 25 going towards my personal and healthcare, and I'm going to catch 5 up because I've been a little bit behind with this. So this little mark is going, and the 5, so I'm 25 behind now with that. Yeah, I was one of those people who always said how silly and old-fashioned it is to use cash. 150, 160, what's it, 180, 195. But that's actually, it's a common misconception. I'm thinking I might do a little bit of a video talking about why it's so helpful to be using cash, even if it's digital cash stuffing with prop money like this. It just benefits me that I can actually see the notes and exactly where they belong, and I know how much I have for each of those things. I know that that squiggle on my internet banking, that total, I know how much of that has to be kept aside for my clothing. I know how much is set aside for the rent. It's just reassuring to me because, like I said, the first time in my life I've ever been in control of my money. And I think lots of people will have stories of where they never felt like they could get ahead, never get on their feet because they were always hit by an unexpected expense that knocked them over and they had to start all over again. And certainly people I've worked with, that seemed to happen to them every couple of weeks. I was going fine until my car needed tyres. Everything was okay until the insurance bill came in, and that was just the story of everyone. Everyone had that story. So yeah, I cache stuff so that those stories are very rare, so that I usually have something prepared. I like being prepared. It feels really good. So 150, 60, 75. That's why I cache stuff. I'm curious. I'm sure that people who are watching this also have different reasons for why they cache stuff, and I'd love to hear yours. So tell me in the comments what got you into this or into envelope systems in general. Home and maintenance. 15. Can't remember why I've emptied that. I did something. Oh yes, the toy box. The toy box had a very sad ending and is in pieces out in my yard at the moment. Actually, it needs to go in the bin. Yes, very sad ending to the toy box. Toy box got replaced. Now this is my oopsie doops, and that part of that had to pay for the toy box because I did empty what I had here. But that's what it's for. It is for unplanned expenses. I did not expect my 2-year-old to destroy the toy box. These things happen. She's 2. It's not like I can take her inside and tell her that she'll be working to pay that back. Really? This is my pocket money, $20. Going in. So it's 40 there. We did actually have takeaway during the week. It's been so long since I had takeaway, and it was such a disappointment to know that I handed $20 over, and the 2-year-old didn't even eat it, and I was just, by the time I got to eat it, it was cold, and it just was. It should be a lesson to me. Cook something nice at home that I'm going to enjoy. It should be a lesson. Let's see how long that lesson lasts. Okay, for my long-term bills, I need to keep. Yeah, I'll put 130 in. That's a bare minimum now for those long-term bills. Actually, I'm going to make it 140. I've just talked myself into it. 140. Right, and we're not buying stocks at the moment. We're going the other way. We're selling them. Not doing other investments at the moment. Repaying. Now, I took, when I had this opportunity to buy the car, it came up when I wasn't prepared for it. Like I said, these things happen that you're not expecting. So I spent my emergency funds money on the car, and I'd like to build that back up to repay what I took out. $50 towards that, and I'll film that in another video. My 100 envelope challenge, which is just the general building of my emergency fund. I'm adding 15, so 20, 35, 45, because I missed that. 45, 47, 49, 50, $51. And that will be in the same video. So I thought, tell you a little bit about me. And you've been very patient listening and watching me yap along, natter along to you. Thank you everyone for your comments, for liking, subscribing, for sharing, for saying hello. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.